Lucas, that the only game you build a city that is simcity VE. Screw you, game.
Yang nyampe beda sama yang difoto.
Beli di laser yang murah nampol aja. Yakin murahnya, produknya berkualitas dan gratis ongkir.
Yakin dari hati.
Sarah.
Fuck you. Damn it. Damn. The LSD. Oh yay! Is that a soul or something? You're gonna give me. Oh my god. We watch a little video first to cheer we up this screw level. I mean, game is over. What is this? Look. Oh my god. True. Coffin. Dance. I can't miss. Get the winner now. Screw you up.
20
simple Minecraft hacks for the 1.17 Cave update. Caves and Cliffs brings a bunch of new features to the game, and with those changes comes even more creative ways to use them. So today, let's see some of the coolest uses for the new additions to your world. And hey, the YouTube grandma tells me that no one subscribes to the channel using their chin. So, to prove her wrong, mash your jaw on that red sub button down below. It's free, and it helps out a ton. Number 1. Pillaring can be a crucial form of escape in Minecraft. That is, until you've got something like a spider on your tail. And then, it's an open invitation. So if you're looking to escape without leaving around a big eyesore, then maybe try the softer approach. Through the help of powdered snow buckets, it's possible to place a block and then grab it for reuse. Meaning, with a bit of practice, we can pillar in the game using just powdered snow blocks. Granted, you'll have to remember to carry around a set of leather boots so you don't sink in, but the payoff is pretty nice. And as long as you don't freeze to death, then this pair of powder might just be able to get you out of danger. Number 2, one-way doors are a very cool concept. But if your redstone know-how is as bad as mine, then they can be tough to build. So instead of pulling your hair out, 1.17 actually gives a much simpler solution. You see, the way the drip leaf plant works, just the right amount of weight will cause it to bend in the given direction. And that, folks, gives us just enough time to cross through the entrance and wind up right on the other end of the hallway. Only to look back and see that the drip leaf returns right back to normal. Now sure, someone could just break this, but you could say the same for any door. And even with that problem, this still might be the most compact lock system I've seen. Number 3, if you've ever played on a faction server, then you're well aware that these kits are all the rage. But until recently, they haven't had a solid vanilla counterpart, though that all changes with the bundle item. Now, through the help of the give command, it's fully possible for map makers to give players a fully decked out and named kit just like that. There are even command generators to easily arrange the grid. So if someone happens to die in the arena, getting them a fresh starter kit could be just as simple as this. And not to mention, it's quite a stylish solution. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see something like this in a future diversity map. And personally, I'd love to see that. Number 4, it can often be tough to make an inescapable trap in Minecraft, especially when they got endgame gear. Though the new lava cauldrons might just give us the perfect solution. Now, by themselves, they behave just as regular lava, but when partnered with honey blocks, these become a lot more dangerous. Since you're still affected by the honey's sticky qualities while you're in the cauldron, the player can't jump out of the pot to save themselves. And there you have it. Just with these 2 blocks, we made a trap that you simply can't jump out of. And if you pair this with a fall trap, you'll be sure to stick your foe right in the hot seat. And for their sake, I hope they pack a potion. Number 5, skeleton spawners are a valuable asset to have on hand, but we're now able to upgrade this good thing into something even better. Now, by adding in powdered snow, we're able to turn our skeleton farm into a stray spawner. Now, you might ask why we would do this, but it only takes one look at the loot table comparison to see just how much these slow skeletons can drop. And that's all upsides, folks, especially when all it takes to make the change is just some powdered snow and cobwebs. And at that point, it's a no-brainer. So if you're looking for an upgrade in the new update, then I highly recommend checking out Razeworks' design on the sort to bring your spawner up to peak performance. Number 6, Instamine tools are usually something we associate with late game. Most of the time, you're not even getting this without Haste 2 and Efficiency 5, or you could just use Bone Meal. No joke, with the new Moss feature, it's possible to turn stone and deep slate into some of the easiest blocks to break in the game. And from there, you don't even need a netherite pickaxe. Just a stone hoe is all you need to dig these blocks. So as we start spending a lot more time clearing out the depths below, it might be worthwhile to bring some of this compost down in the caves. And besides, you can't even insta-mine deep slate with a beacon, so this is no doubt the best option to use. Number 7, in a lot of ways, deserts can make great locations for bases. You don't have to worry about constant weather changes. There are so many different sandstone blocks that there's plenty of variety to choose from. Though there are oasis qualities leave something to be desired. I mean, who would want to live in a place with grass like this? I understand it's accurate, but most of the time, it just looks gross. Though, while the grass color map isn't changing anytime soon, we do have a new green block to play with. With the help of the moss block, we can make desert grass that actually looks green and lush. And hey, the same goes for using azalea leaves instead of the regular ones. And needless to say, this week should be growing. Number 8, waterlogged blocks offer up a ton of interesting ideas worth trying. And while there are no shortage of positives you can do with the soap stuff, 1.17 might just offer up my favorite option, a toggleable spike trap. Now, when a dripstone is on the ground, it's obviously not something to mess with. But add a few drops of water, and it's safe to land on. Meaning, if you were to add something like this to your fall pit down to the mines, you could just as easily switch it off for whoever follows you down there. Just like that, what seemed like a safe fall for you turns into one that they'll never forget. And at that point, you take their stuff and leave the mines with even more of a profit. Number 9, 9. If you're looking for a quick way to the mountaintops, then K-course ladders work plenty fast. I mean, in the past when we tested the fastest way to sky limit, this method ranked up in the top 5 best. But now we can make this staircase even faster through the help of dripstones. By alternating between dripstone and partially even cake, we're able to get an even steeper incline that lets us climb up at some crazy speeds. Sure, it's gonna take a while to get all the resources to do this, so if you're looking to eat a bunch of cake, this investment's gonna pay off. And it's also the perfect combination of weird and practical, which that alone is worth a try. Number 10. Ask any game developer, it's quite the task to make sure players don't get lost. And Minecraft builds are no different. So, if you're looking to develop...
Wathcing is still playing, and I'm in the outside. The application, the hell is this? I love so much. Tapi bentar, energi tuh. And TikTok hacks, oh my god, and TikTok hacks and energy water. Nine minutes.
If a map doesn't leave your friends wandering around aimlessly, then you might need to use a couple of these glowing item frames. That way, you can put in items like stairs to serve as illuminated arrows in the dark, so that even in the dimmest part of your underground base, it's easy to see which way they'll follow. And if you want these to look even better, then try summoning in this item with the invisible tag like such. That way, you still keep the glow without the backdrop of the frame, giving you a chance to light the way without ever having to use an awkward torch. Number 11. Making Minecraft builds automatic can often be a tough problem to solve. At the very least, it's not usually that compact. But drip leaf might just be the golden opportunity. Now, clearly, when you stand on these for too long, they're sure to give way to gravity. But what you might not know is that if you stand put just like such, then it's possible to use this as a time-trapped door and put the player right into a crawl position. So if you took that time to wait around, you might just notice that the entrance to a crawl space base was right underneath eye level. And folks, this is just barely scratching the surface for an implementation, and I'll leave the rest for creative people like you. Number 12.
Apa?
Kaget. Lagi merekam, kamu diem lagi nggak kerekam.
Whether you're playing on easy or hard mode, mob proofing is an essential chore on your to-do list. And while light level can work, that isn't as much of an option in the nether. So if you're trying to get piglins to stop spawning in your travel tunnels or next to your fortress farm, then an easy-to-get solution is a moss carpet. Now initially, it might seem ridiculous to try and put vegetation next to lava, but apparently, moss carpet doesn't burn, making it pretty ideal for the lava landscape. Though I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that even though this doesn't burn next to lava, flowing lava will still break these the same as flowing water. But as long as you keep that in mind, you'll be safe. Or safer, at least. Number 13. The candle is one of the most popular features in the first part of the Caves and Cliffs update. And thankfully, Mojang decided to add these back in after temporarily removing them. Because while they obviously have applications for lighting, they might be even more useful as a weird decoration like such. I mean, look at how much we can do with these. Whether that's a sword's hilt, a stick of dynamite, or raindrops from a cloud, this offers up so many possibilities for the building community. Especially with the way that we get a new texture whether they're lit or not. And while there's plenty we can do with this, I think it's going to be tough to top this snail design. Because come on.
Intent overpowering kalau bikin.
Untuk kulit sensitif, Jess, aku pilih
that?
premium care for your
Namaku adalah Naidi dan aku telah berjalan sejauh ribuan
This
blok
the
untuk
video I've
menemukan
never
desa
seen
tempel yang
this
legendaris.
video.
Dan setelah 5 hari 5 malam, akhirnya aku menemukannya guys, desa tempel. Mungkin kalian mengira ini adalah desa tempel biasa yang bisa kalian temukan di game-game kalian, tapi enggak, ini berbeda. Biar aku tunjukkan apa perbedaannya guys. Jadi kalau misalnya biasanya kan kita harus masuknya itu lewat pintu bawah atau kita bisa langsung gali dari atas ini. Tapi enggak, di dalam desa tempel ini udah ada pintu bagian depannya guys. Dan di situ ada sebuah chest. Jadi langsung aja kita bakalan turun dan kita bakalan membuka chest rahasia ini guys. Isinya akan mengejutkan kalian. 3, 2, 1, bam. Wah, wow. Oke, aku rasa aku bakalan ambil semua bow ini dan bownya aimbot. What? Apa maksudnya ini guys? Kenapa bow ini memiliki enchantment aimbot? Hah? Bow ini bisa memberikanku kemampuan untuk nge-cheat gitu. Wah, ini harus dicoba kayaknya guys. Bentar. Aku bakal hancurin ini. Buka jalannya. Aku punya bow untuk aimbot nih. Akhirnya sekarang aku bisa jadi penembak jitu yang mengalahkan Moe. Nah, di situ ada mangsa guys. Maafkan aku Bani, tapi kamu adalah target yang cocok. Kamu akan menjadi batu injakanku atas karir profesional game FPS. Oke. 3, 2, 1. Bahkan ku tembak mungkin ke sini. Bahkan kenapa? Oh, what? Kenapa baunya kok lama-lama gini? Hah? Aku macam apa itu? Kenapa akunya kok lama-lama gitu? Mungkin ku tembakin lagi, ku rasa. Wait, what? Kenapa akunya? Oh, wait, aku bisa ngendaliin akunya, ku rasa. Bentar, ke kanan aku. Ayo ke kanan aku. Oh iya guys, bentar. Kalau misalnya ku akan, oh. Wah, bentar. Kenapa akunya tadi bisa berbelok gitu, woi? Mungkin kita coba sekali lagi, oke? Jadi kita tembakkan beberapa aku ke angkasa seperti ini, lalu kita bakalan arahin ke rapid situ mungkin. Oh my god. Oke, pause dulu sampai di situ. Buat kalian yang bingung, akan kujelaskan. Jadi ini adalah Minecraft, tapi kita memiliki enchantment.
Bukan normal.
Memiliki efek-efek yang berbeda dari enchantment yang biasa. Salah satu enchantmentnya adalah yang bagusan kalian lihat, yaitu aimbot bow. Bow ini bisa membuatku memiliki aimbot. Dan kita masih mempunyai banyak enchantment lainnya. Contohnya kita punya pedang elektrik, armor vampir, kapak timber, dan juga extinction sword.
I know
Oh my
what the
god, dari
Minecraft
namanya
is
aja
like.
udah membuatku gemetar. So ya, jadi kalau misalnya kalian kepo dengan semua
The world
enchantmentnya,
is
jangan
cool.
lupa buat like video ini. 45.000 like, aku bakal lanjutin video-video Minecraft dengan ide seperti ini, oke? Dan buat kalian yang belum subscribe, please subscribe. 99% dari kalian yang nonton itu udah subscribe semua. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian bisa subscribe, itu akan sangat-sangat membantu dan bisa jadi 100% yang subscribe. So ya, jadi langsung aja tanpa basa-basi lagi. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Just let him eat.
Oke, rasa sekarang aku punya aimbot bow. Tapi aku masih kurang mengerti guys, gimana caranya mendapatkan enchantment seperti ini. Siapa tahu ada enchantment yang lebih kuat. Kalau misalnya ada, aku bisa menggunakan itu untuk menguasai semua dunia ini. Jawabannya pasti ada dalam piramid. Kita bakalan coba masuk lagi ke dalam piramidnya ya. Apakah di sini ada clue tersembunyi gitu? Mungkin ada button-button tersembunyi, ha? Bentar. Coba ku suruh bowku untuk mendeteksi segala button. Aimbot bow. Deteksi segala tombol tersembunyi di ruangan ini. 3, 2, 1, ha! Oh, wait, what? Kenapa ada apinya, woi? Sebelah situ apa? Apakah di sebelah sini aimbot bow? Gak ada. Aimbot bow scare. Sepertinya bow aimbotku tidak menemukan button apapun. Ini by the way bagus juga buat penerangan guys. Hey, nice, lumayan penerangan. Let's go. Siapa yang butuh torch kalau kalian punya aimbot bow yang berapi, boys? Let's go. Oke, di dalam chest ini adanya cuman aimbot bow yang tadi guys. Mungkin di bawah sini ada sesuatu yang lain. Bentar, coba aku hancurin sandstone-nya kali ya. Terus kita bakalan coba. Oh, di situ ada chest-chest sih guys. Bentar, aku pengen tahu kedalamannya. Kita akan kasih arrow. Ayo, terangi jalanku. Oh, itu guys. Oke. Bentar. Ini bakal aku terangin lagi yang di sebelah sini. Nah, mantap, udah terang banget kan. Sekarang kita bakal turun. Itu lumayan sakit. Kasih aimbot bow lagi. Oh my god. Aku kira arrow-nya bakalan kena pressure plate terus semua tempat ini meledak. Hampir aja ya, kita bakalan hancurin.
Kamu dapat benefit apa di event Three Kingdom kemarin?
Itu mah nggak cukup. Aku dong dapat gun bintang 5 dan evil gua new bintang 5. Powernya 5 juta.
Kecil banget. Lihat nih, cuma online dan masukkan kode
Tidak 88.
Aja aku nggak mau kasih komen. Oke, dan kita punya 4 chest di sini. Mungkin kita coba bukain satu-satu kerasa. Channeling, oke, itu adalah channel biasa. Aku tidak terlalu membutuhkannya, tapi bakalan ku ambil aja. Bookshelf, oke, aku.
Oke. Kecil dulu ya. Can we scan the video?